gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. Once again, we are back. We got a lot of stuff to get into. A very eventful week in professional wrestling. I am Dell. That is Devin.
What's happening?
How is everything?
Can't complain. Good week. Good week in wrestling. A lot of good events happening.
Yes, good long week in wrestling, and let's get on to it. Of course, if you've been listening, you know that we record on Sundays. So last night we had the Fastlane pay-per-view, which we will definitely be getting into on this show. But speaking of, PLE, Premium Live Events. For those who are watching, I'm smacking my hand here. WWE calls their events Premium Live Events, PLEs. We did have a pay-per-view last week, Wrestle Dream from AEW, and that was a great wrestling show. We talked about it before, just hours before the show went on air, of how good, we knew that the wrestling was going to be on the show, and it didn't disappoint. I mean, you had matches like FTR and Aussie Open, Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, which was professional wrestling. Like, you wanted to see wrestling, you wanted to see holds, you wanted to see some stiff kicks, some stiff shots. It was there. It definitely was there. You had Will Ospreay and Takeshita and Sammy Guevara versus Jericho, Omega, and Ibushi. Just all of it, top to bottom was a fantastic wrestling card. We had my favorite match on the show had to have been Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. That match was awesome. That match was definitely insane, and the crowd was just behind Swerve the entire way. Like, Hangman had to realize at one point that, all right, look, I'm not getting this crowd. This crowd is not for me. So I gotta adjust, my mannerisms and work accordingly, because he was definitely the heel in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But just fantastic show. Of course, we talked about when we did our predictions that Christian and Darby Allin for the TNT Championship being in the main event spot was probably going to produce something. And it did, in the form of Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, making his AEW debut, blowing the roof off the joint, and here we are.
What do they call it? The rated R era?
Yeah,
that's what it is now.
Yeah,
rated R era.
So we're ushering in the rated R era, because
I don't get it.
Because the rated R superstar name that Edge went by in WWE is open for business.
Okay,
so they can definitely use that, and they have been. So, yeah,
he kept his music. He
yes,
fought for his music.
Well, the music is his to use wherever he goes, because he's like great friends with the band Alter Bridge. So like they're like, dude, this is your song. Like, just so WWE had no say in it. It's like the band was like, that's your song. So wherever you go, that's where that song goes. So
all right, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I seen like Twitter was like flooded, like, oh, about to get through. How's he using WWE's music? It ain't WWE's music. It's an Alter Bridge song.
His music.
So it's his entrance. He's good.
Damn, we need a band.
Yeah, like a solid, yeah, just a solid band.
Shit.
Man, that's what the world needs.
It was, Wrestle Dream was decent. 0 Hour was the first thing that really got me. The fuck was Lucia? What was that little kid doing with Luchasaurus?
Oh, Nick Wayne. Yeah, well.
That little ass boy.
Well, I mean, He saw the error of his ways later on in the night because that ass whooping made him turn on Darby Allin at the end
Yeah.
of the show. It's like, you know what?
Jesus.
I don't want no more of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and join up. You can't beat them. If they beat your ass enough, just side with them.
The ass woman.
In front of his mom.
His mom did not look concerned. I'm looking at her. She's like, when I was watching, I'm like, she don't give a fuck about him.
She's seen him get his ass beat enough. She's been in the front row for many of that ass whooping for young Nick Wayne. So this is par for the course. She's numb to it at this point.
And I knew MJF was gonna keep that title.
Oh yeah. So we'll see where that goes, man. He's got a long time to fight for those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships because Adam Cole ain't coming back next week. Yeah. So how does this story play out? We'll see as it as the weeks trudge along.
And I like the Righteous.
Okay.
I like the Righteous. They're real good technical wrestlers.
Okay. All right.
I like the Righteous.
All right. So you're a Vinny guy.
Yeah. I like their what's the boy name?
I'm sorry, he's going by Vincent now.
Like I mess with them a lot.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right. Not many people like the Righteous, but I enjoy Vincent.
I like how I like the wrestle. I like how they wrestle.
Okay.
Them personality wise, I give or take. I ain't got two shits. But I like how they wrestle.
Okay.
And get down on that.
Yeah, I mean this show had wrestling like crazy. Wheeler Yuta, Ricky Starks was on the card. Eddie Kingston and Shibata. Can't forget about that one.
That power bomb.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston and Shibata. That was a damn good match.
Damn.
But
I had Eddie Kingston winning that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, for the most part, I think a lot of our things were spot on, but a few of them we missed. I think. You called Swerve beating Hangman, and I wanted it to happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen. So that was good on you, sir. Good on you. But yeah, so that was the beginning of the week. That was last Sunday. Let's move on to Monday and Monday Night Raw. We were building up to the Fastlane pay-per-view. Like I said, we'll get into Fastlane, but let's build up to the moments and events that would lead to Fastlane. And we'll start with Monday Night Raw as the show opened with a fight between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Yes.
That was right down your alley.
Yes. These ladies is wow.
Show goes on air, just already fighting. Big crazy pull apart.
The cameras weren't even rolling.
Just on with fighting.
And Rhea came out.
Yeah, so Nia Jax and Shayna were fighting, and then Raquel Rodriguez came out because Nia claimed Raquel, and then Rhea Ripley came out because Nia claimed Rhea, and all four of these women just start going at it.
Rhea was dogging security.
Yes,
she was.
Yeah, it was a couple stiff shots in there. It was a couple stiff ones. They caught some strays.
Yo, the more I see Rhea Ripley, the more I like her.
Yeah, look, man, she's it's a reason good. She is like the focal point in the Judgment Day and the women's division for the for that and on just in general, like when she's on the screen, she commands that she has that presence. But yeah, so they did the big four woman pull apart here. Maybe we get a fatal 4-way match for the women's championship. Maybe that's where we're leading. We got Survivor Series it's the end of November, but I don't know if we're gonna stretch it that long. But who knows? Who knows? It seems like a good Survivor Series type of match if they build it long enough. But Who knows? They could give us that shit next week. We don't
Yeah.
But that segment spun in Rhea standing just in the ring and calling out Judgment Day, and bringing up Damian Priest. I think like this whole thing, with her and back and forth with Damian Priest and all that, even though things seem to have slightly righted at Fastlane, but it still looks like the Damian Priest thing's coming. Like the Damian Priest getting kicked out of Judgment Day thing is coming. I think they're just growing far apart the way character, the way they're being perceived, like, Damian Priest and that whole issue with JD McDonough, and then, talking about Dominic Mysterio losing his title and all
I don't like
that.
Damian Priest.
No, not a Damian Priest guy.
No, I don't like the way he looked. Like, real.
Is it his height, or is it how he dresses? Is it his hair?
The fact that, like, we not on. What is that? Like, this isn't Queen of the Damned. You not in a corn video. Like, it don't work for you.
Okay.
Like, it's height fine. He do need to gain a little weight though. You too tall to be that skinny.
If you seen it before and after of what he used to look like,
6'5", 2, what he like 250?
He used to be rather not that. So he's in great shape for he definitely had a metamorphosis, so to speak, like in his physique. So he for where he was to where he is, he looks fantastic.
And he's not a badass. Like, you look like that. You supposed to be the big boss man, but you seem kind of soft.
Well, it was weird when he was in NXT because he had this whole, like that semi-dark Archer Infamy gimmick.
Okay.
And then he was also like partying in the hot tub with chicks. So it's like, what is it?
What's going on?
Yeah, who are you? It's like you're giving me two different vibes here. But
Ooh, I just saw a picture of him when he had that blue shit in his head, the braid thingies.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, get that shit out.
But yeah, this
all right, this look is better than what he used to look like. I'm sorry, Damien. you look all right now. Back in the day,
yeah, you apologize. Yeah. It was rough.
Oh, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. So from the before and after, dude, is legit. Like,
all right, Damien, do your thing. I'm sorry. This is working out for you.
It is. It is. It definitely is.
Damn.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, this whole thing spun to the ultimate announcement, which was you have Jey Uso and Cody coming out at the end of this, and the match being signed for Fastlane, which was the tag team championship match, because Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes deserves a title match for not teaming up at all before. So whatever. But that match has been signed for Fastlane, and we'll get into that one. So they signed
Owens,
the match
was it Owens
and Sami Zayn?
They weren't happy about that.
So
they weren't cool.
Well, we'll see how that plays out, because some things happened on Fastlane. We also had on the show Alpha Academy taking another L to Imperium. So I don't know. This is not how you build momentum for Chad Gable. I think they're just throwing some ice on this thing here, because what's happening here?
He's starting to become Dire Kurt Angle again.
Yeah,
after this L,
it's looking that way.
Damn, I was rooting for him.
Yeah, it's. Speaking of Imperium, they had the contract signing between Gunther and Tommaso Ciampa. Supposed to have a future title match, but F it. we're going to have it at the main event on Raw tonight. So Ciampa was like, let's not wait. Let's just get this thing done. And spoiler, we had a match.
Yeah.
Later on in the night. After this segment with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke with with Shinsuke on the Titantron.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
So Shinsuke's on the Titantron. He's cutting his promo. Thankfully we got the subtitles and they did all that working. But
I wish they wouldn't have had the subtitles.
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah, no subtitles.
But Shinsuke winds up jumping Seth Rollins and
fucked him up.
Titantron Shinsuke counts to 7 and Seth gets up and then he gets laid out again, gets up at 9, and then Shinsuke decides to, I guess, attempt to murder him by backbreaking him on the chair.
That was great. It was awesome.
And then laying him out for the 10 for the 10 count with the Kinshasa. So, that was giving you that Shinsuke still has his number. Also, if in the world of WWE, tipping your hand and being like, all right, well, Shinsuke's definitely not winning on Saturday night. Cause come on. What else did we have on Monday Night Raw? Much to your chagrin, I'm sure, Drew McIntyre brought the sword back out.
Punk ass dude. I'm sorry. Y'all not gonna keep treating the Miz like this.
So,
all right.
Yeah, Miz got treated pretty dirty here because that whole promo they had back and forth turned into a match between Miz and Drew McIntyre. Miz was in a suit. He wasn't even geared up.
No.
And this whole thing here is furthering Drew McIntyre's descent into heeldom, clearly, because he grabs the sword, and we're like, were you going to kill the Miz now? Like, what is this? But the distraction was the referee taking the sword so he can expose the turnbuckle and pretty much cheat to beat the Miz.
Ridiculous.
So Drew McIntyre cheats to beat the Miz. He gets on the mic afterwards and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm not the man that I was 30 seconds ago. And being I apologize, they make it okay." So he's just like pretty much with the whole Jey Uso thing. Like everybody's forgiven Jey Uso for the things that he's done in the past, and Drew McIntyre's just being a dick about this whole thing. And clearly we're leading towards Drew just going full heel at this point because you're already cheating to win.
I'm done with Drew already. I didn't like the fact that he walked out with a sword. Like, you not Highlander. Yeah. Cut that shit out. I understand you trying to find your spot, but like I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Stop treating the Miz like this. Y'all need him.
You do. Miz is on TV every week. He is,
one of the greatest entertainers ever.
Good old Mike the Miz.
Jesus, treat my man like this.
So
like he's a stepchild.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, 6 years from now he'll win the WWE title again for 3 weeks.
Damn.
But this whole show led up to the main event match between Gunther and Tommaso Ciampa for the Intercontinental Championship, and they were laying it in. It was going down. It's going to be physical anytime Gunther's in the ring anyway, but Ciampa can match that, and they went in. They went in. Damn good match.
All right, of course, the 2 power bombs in the sleeper hole.
Oh yeah. So
that's what you needed.
Yeah, so Gunther gets the choke out win here, and then Imperium comes in to pick the bones of Ciampa, and out comes old friend, former partner in DIY, Johnny Gargano, making his return to Monday Night Raw to come in to save Ciampa and to reunite DIY possibly, but we don't know that because there was time constraints and Monday Night Raw just cut the hell off before they had a chance to do anything. So clearly there was a segment there that ran a little long and they had to go off air before they nailed that move, but I would assume they did, and I'm sure the crowd went home happy after that.
Can I say one more thing about Raw before we move on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Xavier was an Ivar.
Yes. Let's not forget about that.
Props for my big man.
Ivar is that dude. Ooh. He is that dude. Is that dude. He's been when he was a part of War Machine. So the Viking Raiders were War Machine previously. They used to wrestle in New Japan and Ring of Honor, and I've seen him plenty of times in Ring of Honor, just going to the shows down at the old ECW arena. And dude, he's that guy. He's the agile one out of the group, and he's the bigger of the two. And it's
He showed he got skills.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it's, who knows what this is going to do now, because he's had a couple of singles matches and they've been very impressive, being Eric's out on injury. So he's, kind of forced to take the singles reign now, and we can see what he can do in the ring as singles. He's getting the spotlight, in these one-on-one matches with Kofi and Xavier. So yeah, dude's mad impressive.
Yeah, that was a sight to see. I was like, wow, all right.
Yeah. Dude ain't no joke, man. Let's see, moving along to Dynamite on Wednesday. Spoiler alert for let's go back real quick. We'll just pass very briefly over NXT. Dominic Mysterio regained his North American Championship. So he's once again North American champion after being threatened by Rhea to pretty much either bring that title home or you ain't coming home. So he succeeded, and Dominic Mysterio is once again the NXT North American champion. Moving on to Dynamite, we had Dynamite was a show. It was pretty much built on the last segment. So it was the whole show was just building to getting to see Adam Copeland, trying to hear what he was going to say at the end of the night. And, we were pretty much just trying to get there the whole time. But then, it did have some good moments, some good matches there. Opening match was Nick Jackson and Rey Fenix for the International Championship. Good match. I'm not going to get a bad match out of those two. Rey Fenix is definitely a little banged up. But he retained the title here. Then we had some audio issues, but we did have a video package with your favorite stuff, Roderick Strong and Adam Cole with the Kingdom.
Oh my goodness!
So Adam Cole goes to the house and he's gifted with one of those. You're in the medical. What the hell are they called? They're not scooters. The ones where you kind of do scoot, but you put your knee on it and
they're mobility scooters.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just call them a mobility scooter. Okay.
Yeah. So he got gifted a mobility scooter, and they're like racing around the house. Roddy's in a wheelchair for no damn reason. So he spent some coin on his boy.
A lot. For me to get one of those for my clients, I need to go through insurance, 2 medical suppliers, get approvals, and still probably have a copay of like $500.
Yikes. So look at that, Roddy Strong out here spending some coin on his boy. They have a fun day at the house where he made him move furniture. And he had 2 other able-bodied, just grown men in the house. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett at the Kingdom.
That whole situation is hilarious. I can't. If they stop doing this,
they gotta continue this. Even with Adam Cole's injury, like they gotta find a way to work him into the show. Him and Roddy, you have to. Like it's gotta be something. Like you can't just leave this dormant. Like
no.
yeah, you got to keep this up. Got to keep this going. What did we have on there? Oh, we had the return of Wardlow. I don't think you've ever seen Wardlow since we started recording this podcast, because Wardlow has been missing in action in AEW for ages.
No, but he came out.
He beat the shit out of Griff Garrison.
5 power bombs, and it was over.
Yeah, so he folded Griff Garrison up like hardcore.
Ref was like, nope.
Yeah,
we're done.
Yeah, just ref stoppage in this one. So Wardlow's back with a vengeance for I don't know how many times Wardlow's been off TV and then back on TV, then off TV. Hopefully they just keep him on TV, because the crowd seemed very receptive to him being back. So clearly they want to see Wardlow. So just Tony Khan, just continue to give people Wardlow.
They want him. Well, he's a former TNT champion, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was actually the heater / bodyguard for MJF when AEW first started. So, and of course, they played that long game with him getting tired of being treated like shit and turning on MJF and all that. But they failed to do a whole lot with him, which is weird, because the crowd really, really likes their Wardlow. They get into the Powerbomb Symphony. He calls it, but I don't know.
You keep doing that, I'm gonna keep watching.
Exactly. You heard the crowd chant Wardlow as soon as he came out. Like they want this dude. They were very excited to see him back. So hopefully he continues to stay back, and they actually have something of merit to do for him to do. After that, we had what else was going on this show? We had Bullet Club Gold and MJF. The whole stemming from the attack where they, blaming MJF for the attack on Jay White the week before. This all led to Jay White ambushing MJF and then stealing the AEW world title from MJF. So right now we got a Jay White that's running around with the title.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Technically, he owns it. So
he is currently the AEW World Champion. He's talking like it too. That the promo he cut on Collision was as if he is the AEW World.
I would not give it back.
Hey, look, man, screw it.
And if it's in the script or not,
just don't give it back.
You're not getting this back. Keeping it.
Just don't give it back.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah. We had after Omega and Chris Jericho, I should say, won their match. The Powerhouse Hobbs has been revealed to have now joined the Don Callis family.
Now, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I don't care for Jericho, but Omega is such a great wrestler.
Kenny Omega is awesome.
I like Omega. Jericho is holding him back.
Yeah, this whole team is weird right now because it's they've had their series of matches and all this and that, and they're playing that story of them once being enemies and now being partners and all that. But I'm down for a Powerhouse Hobbs killing Chris Jericho on Title Tuesday, but I somehow doubt it'll happen. But that would be nice.
During that whole encounter with Hobbs, did you see the guy holding the baby?
Oh.
In the background?
Little
teeny baby. Yes, I
front
understand
row?
it too. In the front row. They were off, Hobbs was off stage pounding the guy. And there's a dude standing there with 6-month-old,
fresh baby.
No headset on, nothing.
Come on, dude.
Just holding a white baby.
I mean,
that caught me. Of course, there's two guys beating each other to death, but all I could see was
fresh baby.
This baby in the crowd.
Look, man, dude had tickets to Dynamite. Couldn't get rid of the tickets to Dynamite.
Couldn't get a sitter. His wife or significant other, or maybe not.
maybe just left, or she either
Single
left him,
dad trying to
or
do good things.
went on a business trip,
Mm-hmm.
never returned. He's stuck with fresh baby, and he's got a
Baby looked like I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but the baby looked like it was enjoying itself.
See, you start him
Because
young.
it had a smile.
Start him young.
All right. I
That,
just had to bring that
years
up.
from years from now, that baby is going to be holding fresh baby in the crowd.
Wow. Why that cute? The baby just kept out.
But the main event segment for this was the I guess the Dynamite debut of Adam Copeland, who comes out and he cuts the promo that we've heard before. He had that career-ending injury, returned back, but all in all, he's come to AEW because he wants to team with his brother, with his brethren, which is his longtime partner and best friend Christian Cage. And he says it's time. Like, he calls Christian out and he's like, let's end our careers teaming up together. Like, this is what this is. That's I'm here now. Let's go. And Christian told him to go F himself.
He did.
Straight up and down.
Like, why would he waste his time?
Christian is doing such good work right now. I mean, and ultimately, we know we're going to get Edge and Christian teaming up. We know this. Like, it has to happen. Before this thing's all said and done, there's going to be an Adam Copeland, Christian Cage team up. It's going to happen. But right now, Christian Cage is doing some of his best work.
Now, why can't they be rivals?
I mean, right now, let's do this.
I'd rather see them going after each other.
Right, and I think right now you're going to get that. You're going to get Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage. I don't think we're getting the team up anytime soon, but it's going to happen at some point.
Can we get a better name?
It might not even be now.
Yeah,
it might not even be. It might not even be this year, but sometime down the line. AEW does their long-term storytelling, so we could stretch this out for a long time. Christian can still do his thing right now because he's doing an awesome job at it. He just added Nick Wayne into the mix, and just everything with that. And you got Darby and Sting possibly still with Adam Copeland on that side, so you're probably gonna get multi-man matches with that, and then you can stretch that out into finally getting Christian versus Adam, and we'll see.
I wish he'd get a better name. I'm not gonna call him Adam. What's up, Adam?
Hey, look, man, now he's the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland. So, I mean, at this point in the game, it would be silly now to call him a different gimmick name.
Just call him Adam. Whatever. I just can't. I'm just so used to Edge.
Yeah, no, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a lot of time for people. Hey, look, the crowd at Dynamite though. The crowd at Dynamite, Kodo, they chanted Adam. They didn't chant Edge. They're on board with this thing.
There's teleprompters up in there. Raffles telling people.
Say, remember.
Yes.
Remember, call him Adam.
Because we don't want to have to mute the crowd.
Yeah, call him Adam. Probably came out in between each commercial break. Yo, when he comes out here, none of that Edge stuff. Even though Kenny Omega earlier threw it in there. It was like, oh, that kept me on the edge of my seat earlier. And I was like, that's somebody had to.
Gosh.
But yeah, no. So that was AEW Dynamite. We had moving on to SmackDown on Friday, and SmackDown was pretty much just setting up things for Fastlane some more. We had the LA Knight, John Cena, your boy LA Knight is all over this one.
I'm a I'm gonna go on record.
Mm-hmm.
First off,
Okay.
fuck LA Knight.
There it is.
But
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I hate the bloodline more.
Oh.
I gotta say it.
Well, it's Jimmy Uso, isn't it?
It's Jimmy.
I knew it.
It's all Jimmy. All Jimmy. You know what? Yeah. I'm jumping on the LA Knight bandwagon.
Wow.
Jimmy out of here.
Wow.
I'm doing it. I can't deal with Jimmy Uso.
Wow.
The worst.
Wow. So no Jim Uso.
No.
Wow, you took a stand against Jim Uso.
That just.
Yeah, he's.
I can't do it no more. I'm not going to sit there and keep bashing LA Knight when Jimmy Uso is still breathing. Can't do it.
Jimmy Uso's got to go first.
You got to go first. Then we can get back to LA Knight.
Yeah.
But
right now, he's the bigger threat.
The biggest.
So,
oh my goodness.
The main event later on in the night was Jimmy Uso and LA Knight. But before we get to there, we had several segments. Judgment Day all over this one. So Judgment Day, Bloodline, talking about making an alliance. Paul Heyman, Rhea Ripley talking, chatting. Heyman's like, we got to get authorization. Rhea's like, it's already authorized. Pretty much like, look, it's me. You don't want me in the Judgment Day. You don't want to be on our bad side, pretty much. We also had Rey Mysterio and Bobby Lashley. This one. Good match, as you would expect from the brooding almighty Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio. This turned into the Street Profits almost murdering Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde.
Crazy.
Laying them completely out and leaving the LWO at a disadvantage for their match at Fastlane.
Oh, yeah, the triple.
Yeah, it was a 6-man. It was supposed to be, yeah. So leaving them at a disadvantage, and now the whole question was on SmackDown, well, who, if anybody, is going to help the LWO out against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley? Later on the show, of course, more Judgment Day, Bloodline stuff going on. This show was completely all about that. Then we had the Jimmy Uso and LA Knight match. Turned into the big standoff between all the baby faces. Jey Uso comes out. Jey Uso comes out. Cody comes out. Stare down because of course we had the tag team title match between Jay and Cody and Finn and Damian, and then LA Knight and Cena versus Solo and Jimmy. So that was the big crazy send off there as we go to WWE Fastlane, which was Saturday night.
Can I say one thing before you jump into Fastlane?
Oh yeah.
Paul Heyman, you're not, when you're talking into the phone,
you don't hold it this way. Exactly. That always bothers me. That bothers me all the time. Call Roman Reigns, you're yelling into the earpiece.
The earpiece.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's very annoying to look at. Yeah.
I understand you old, you might not know how to use a phone, but somebody need to tell you something.
Yeah,
Get a Bluetooth headset.
And he was used to the big cordless phones before, like back in the day. Like you know how phones work, Paul.
So mess me all up.
Yeah, I know. It's every time I look at it, I'm like, really?
Call Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's not how you use a phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, the travel distance from it is like, call ramen noodles.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Yeah. So before we get to Fastlane, briefly just jumping through AEW Collision. Only thing of merit really here was we got brand new AEW Tag Team Champions. with Big Bill and Ricky Starks beating FTR. Most likely there's an actual injury for Cash, and because clearly they took him out of the match and he just didn't do anything after he took that spot through the table. It was pretty much a handicap match with Dax against Bill and Ricky. So guessing that's done to whatever the injury is. Might be, serious enough to leave him on the sideline for a while. So we got new tag team champions right now, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't the plan, because we got a pay-per-view coming up at Full Gear, which the Young Bucks are set to have a tag team title match. So I was assuming it was going to be Young Bucks and FTR once again for the tag titles. So
see what's happening.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen that way. But that, and we had Adam Copeland addressing Collision. Same deal, pretty much, but this time Christian shows up on the screen instead of in person, and sends Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus out there, and then they get the better of him a little bit. Darby comes out and evens the odds a little bit. So we're furthering that story, and we'll probably get some confrontation on Tuesday, which is this week's day for Dynamite. Fastlane. How did you enjoy WWE Fastlane? It was one of the shorter premium live events. Also, not a long card here. Right down your alley.
Perfect for me. Perfect for me. 2.5.
Yeah, about 2.
Stretching 3.
About 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Should have came on a little bit earlier. That pre-show.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Who's on there? Who's on the pre-show? What's the black boy name?
Booker.
Booker.
Yeah, Booker T.
I don't need to hear from you.
You don't need Booker?
No. If you're not wrestling, I don't really care.
So you could just completely just breeze right past all that.
Whole beginning. It's a waste of an hour.
Yeah. So Fastlane, we had we started with the tag team title match. So we started with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus the Judgment Day. We got new tag team champions because Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes defeated the Judgment Day thanks to some JD McDonough botchery, and now Jey Uso is tag team champion once again, but now not with brother Jimmy. He is tag team champions with Cody Rhodes.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to lose it. One, Finn Balor's trash.
Oof.
Like, the whole squad is garbage. If it wasn't for Rhea, like, I don't
you're out.
None of them.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Rhea, you're out on Judgment Day.
The rest of y'all, done.
Yeah, and when it first happened, I'm like, oh wow, they lost the tag team titles. So like for a split second, my head goes, all right, well, Damian just lost the belt. Maybe he cashes in tonight, and off of the Seth match and whatever. But we'll talk about that in a minute. The 6-man that we just talked about with Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, and a mystery opponent partner, if any, which we didn't get straight up. It just looked like it was going to be a handicap match between those two versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, who were very glittery. They were very sparkly, which is weird seeing Bobby Lashley in sparkles. Just that big. I was like, Street Profits, I get. It's the Street Profits. Yeah, cool. But I was like, Bobby, it looks weird. Like, it looks weird just seeing him with that
shimmer.
Yeah, it was weird seeing a guy like that shimmering. But match was okay. They were pretty much leading up to the big spot and return and reveal of Carlito. Carlito return. What year is this? What year are we in right now? Carlito.
I remember him from a while ago.
Yes, like we have Carlito in WWE. John Cena is there. We just seen The Rock. Like what is happening right now?
I'm waiting for Stone Cold to come back.
And he just had a match a couple years ago at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens. Like, what's happening?
Bring back all the veterans.
But
show these young kids how to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, Carlito returns, and Carlito seemingly joins up with the LWO and hands Montez Ford, I believe he pinned with the backstabber. So handed them a loss there. So we'll probably see Bobby not being too happy on SmackDown.
I'm liking that little click with the Latin World Order.
Yeah, the LWO. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that one. Let's not forget hardcore Pizza Hut placement here. Hardcore.
Yeah.
It's always funny when they do that. They got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch they did before, and all that. But
Pizza Hut put a couple dollars in for this.
Hardcore Pizza Hut.
They said, we're gonna order wings and breadsticks.
Yeah. And then they brought out the box of Pizza Hut, but the box is backwards because they have to show you the Pizza Hut logo. So they're trying to open it the wrong way because they gave it to them the way it's supposed to be. It would be the logo.
Product placement.
Hey, look, at its finest. I mean, what you know? Hey, it's what you do. It's what
I need
you
some
do.
Product placement.
Right.
I'll take some.
Yeah.
Email me.
Listen. Yeah. Hey. If you want me to say no without Pizza Hut, then damn it, nobody.
Yeah, I'll say whatever you want.
Yeah, look, I'll whatever.
I'll use your product exclusively.
Yes.
No problem.
Nope.
Brand loyal.
Mm-hmm. You get no qualms out of me.
No.
Next up, we had the triple threat match for the women's WWE Women's Championship. It was Asuka and Charlotte against the defending Io Shirai here, and Io retains.
Yeah.
After a fantastic moonsault out of the figure four from Charlotte was doing the figure four, and Io just hit that moonsault, got the pin, and retained the title. Good match.
I like the women's divisions in WWE.
Yes,
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Yeah. AEW is non-existent, so well, yeah. And we got the first of all, speaking of product placement, they showed the clip from earlier on in the night where LA Knight just gunned it directly into the arena with the Slim Jim car.
Yeah. I was confused by what that was about.
Yeah. The Battle Royal he won months ago was sponsored by Slim Jim. Like, we're supposed to remember that?
You
why
still
not?
Getting that check?
Sure, why not?
I thought about Slim Jims after it.
Yeah, hey, look,
so it did its job.
It did its job. I kind of sort of
go for one.
Almost wanted breadsticks after I saw the 6-man match, so I guess that did its job too. I didn't order them, so I guess it didn't all the way, but
I can't remember the last time I had Pizza Hut.
There's not a whole lot of them in the city.
I don't think there's around where I live. There's pizza places,
right? But
so
no Hut.
A Pizza Hut.
No, yeah,
we can go for a Little Caesars. $5 hot and ready in this neighborhood. That's what we need.
Okay. Something quick.
$5 hot and ready, yeah.
Get in, get out.
But pizza. Why would you go to Pizza Hut? You got Hatfield Pizza. You got Santucci's.
Okay.
Like real places. Unless you're going to pay me Pizza Hut. If you pay me, I'll eat your pizza all day, every day.
I'll eat it right here.
Yeah.
I will eat it here. There's the
all
ASMR
the time,
going
will
on.
Be pizza.
Yep. We'll pod with mouthfuls of Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Fuck it.
They sell wings?
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah, then I'll definitely have side of wings all the time.
Yeah, why not? I think they got the breadstick things with the cinnamon icing. You can dip the ice.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, pizza, how?
Yeah, talk to us, please. Well, listen.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, I will. Whatever you need. we got to the tag team match with LA Knight and John Cena versus Solo Sikoa and your boy Jimmy Uso. How did you like this match? The parts where Jimmy was getting beat up, you liked, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty much. That was pretty the good part. One-sided for a long time. Like, they dogged Cena for, like,
Yeah. Cena took the heat here. Yeah, he did. Because, I mean, LA Knight's the guy now. So, you know, you put the heat on Cena. He's working to try to tag in everybody's hero, LA Knight now.
Yeah. Came in and saved the day.
Yeah. Big win here. So,
I'll let it slide.
Hey, until Jimmy Uso gets destroyed, then I get it. Then we showed Damian Priest wanted to cash in. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna cash in tonight. I don't want to be empty-handed." And cooler heads prevailed here, as Rhea Ripley told him, "Look, you're in no condition. You're all banged up, and it wouldn't be smart to cash in tonight. You go out there, you cash in. You're not 100%. Who knows what could happen?" So, thought that maybe he would say screw it anyway. I'm like, all right, well, he's gonna, clearly say, whatever with that, and go out there and try to cash in the Money in the Bank, which led us to our main event, which was the last man standing match between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. How did you feel about this matchup? It had a lot.
There was a lot going on. There was a lot happening. I was excited. This shit was great.
It was a lot.
Nakamura's, that's my man.
Yeah.
I don't how they portraying Seth Rollins' back injury and how Nakamura put the work on him.
Mm-hmm.
This should have been Nakamura.
Yeah.
This should have been Nakamura.
He had nunchucks. We seen some nunchucks in there. Of course, the kendo sticks you're always going to see. Yeah. Yeah, but Seth persevered, of course, and hit him with the old Falcon Arrow through some tables in the crowd, and Shinsuke was unable to answer the 10 count.
Nah, I wasn't. I liked the match.
I didn't like the ending.
Happy with the outcome.
Yeah, no. I didn't like the ending. Like, even if Seth did win, it could have been a better way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Falcon out, whatever. But it was just one of those. It didn't seem like the match was going to end there, and it ended there.
Yeah,
which is something to be said about that too. But I don't know. The ending was a little. I mean, we all knew Seth was going to retain, but
I wish he wouldn't have.
Yeah, I really would have. I really would have liked to see Shinsuke win the title.
That's the only part. That's the only thing I didn't like. I couldn't stand the ending. I did not like the ending of it.
Yeah.
I let Nakamura come out looking like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. Seth Rollins, that jacket was wow.
Yeah.
Like his outfits is crazy.
Oh yeah, man. He's that's one of the things people watch Seth Rollins for, to see what the hell he's gonna wear.
But he got his ass beat.
He did.
When he put him through the chair again.
Yeah.
And
that's a rough one. That's a rough one to take. Like, just back injury or not, like, just that's a rough one.
I ain't like how that ended.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, that was we didn't get a cash in here either. It was just Seth Rollins.
He could have
crowd cheering, and that was it for that. Yeah, so I mean that was Saturday. That was we look forward to whatever's going to happen this week. On this week, I guess what we can talk about is we'll probably be talking about NXT on the next podcast, because there is some hardcore counter programming going on with NXT and AEW this week. Of course, AEW is going to be on Tuesday, and they dubbed their show Title Tuesday. They wanted to make it special from the move. I believe there is a baseball playoffs are going to be on Wednesday, and that's what happens when you're on Turner, man. TBS, and of course you got the NBA sometimes, with TNT and things like that. So you're going to get shifted around a little bit if you're AEW, and this is going to be one of those nights where they are. So they're going to be moving to Tuesday, which is NXT's night. just a regular night of NXT. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So Title Tuesday for AEW, they promoted it. They're gonna have Jon Moxley against Rey Fenix for the International Championship, which pretty much we know that Jon Moxley's gonna win his title back. He shouldn't have lost it, but the whole concussion thing happened, and you know, all that. So I'm pretty sure we're just gonna see him win that championship right back. You got Hikaru Shida and Saraya for the AEW Women's Championship. I'm predicting Saraya retains here still. You got Brian Danielson, I should say, and Swerve Strickland going to be wrestling for, I believe it's a future championship match or something of that, but that's going to be a match to watch. I'm actually looking very much forward to that one. You also got Jay White and Hangman Page, which is going to be a great match. Jericho and Powerhouse Hobbs, and of course Adam Copeland's in-ring debut with AEW versus Luchasaurus here. So you got a lot of stuff going on Dynamite this week. And Title Tuesday, like I said, AEW, first of all, AEW does cards like this on just regular Wednesday, on their regular nights. So they'll give you crazy pay-per-view-esque type cards for free. Anyway, but, you know, moving the name Title Tuesday, they had to move the show, and then WWE just, you know, regular NXT developmental show is just like, fuck that. Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Asuka, Paul Heyman, all that on Tuesday. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then
make sure people tune in.
Oh yeah, and then like at the end of the promo, first of all, they started promoting this thing heavy on SmackDown and all that, and then like right before the thing goes off, it's like the Undertaker's. You hear the Undertaker bell, and it's like, wait, are you gonna put the Undertaker on NXT too? So now everybody's gonna watch to see what the hell. So they're like, yeah, whatever.
That's just what they're announcing. I guarantee there's gonna be some surprise people.
Oh yeah.
Like people, like they probably made all the phone calls they could. It was like, yo, we need you. Just come out and do whatever you want. Here's some money.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the biggest NXT show ever.
Why not?
Ever.
Why?
Pay-per-view numbers.
Yep. Yeah, for NXT.
For NXT.
So,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, they've done it before. I mean, NXT's existence on TV right now was counter programming for AEW actually getting a TV deal anyway, because NXT was on the WWE network when the network was just as regular app. It wasn't attached to Peacock or anything like that, and NXT came off of the network onto on the TV at the same time AEW was on, just because AEW was on. So they just wanted to, like, you know, just get that war going. Just like, nah, don't watch them. Like, here's NXT. And NXT was hot at the time. Like they weren't as hot as they were a couple years before that, but NXT was still the brand, you know, to watch. They weren't more of hardcore developmental like they are now. Like they were producing some crazy stuff. So, yeah, and then, you know, the numbers didn't work out well because AEW was brand new. So people were watching that over NXT anyway. So, you know, it kind of didn't pan out. And then they wound up moving to Tuesday, and here's that. So now they're on WWE's day, and WWE's like, nah, we're just going to top load this show so nobody watches AEW.
So spiteful.
Hey, look, man, it's all is fair in love and ratings war, I guess.
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll be here for it. So next week we'll be covering some NXT now that you didn't put the whole freaking roster on NXT now. So that'll be another show that we add to some talking points here, and we will see you guys next time. That's gonna do it for us here on the Buried in Booking podcast. Please listen wherever you like to listen. Watch us on YouTube. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff for us. And we will see you guys next time.